looking at this public confrontation,
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It was unlike anything we've seen between an American president and a foreign leader. What are your immediate thoughts on this tense exchange?
I think that the matter of the fact is that this administration has radically abandoned the Biden administration's narrative about the justification of helping and backing Ukraine in its bloody war and conflict with Russia. And the previous administration, Biden administration, actually considered the war in Ukraine as our war, meaning the Western war. So Ukraine is defending the West from the aggressive dictator, and that is the duty of all, advanced democracies to actually help Ukraine, and provide some assistance not to allow Ukraine to end up with defeat. So what is happening now is that Trump has kind of abandoned this ideological justification of America's backing of Ukraine and try to actually play from the position from America's national interest. So considering what gains actually America will receive in the end of this war and during this war because of this war. And this is the biggest shift which we actually are observing now.
Mr. Trump's approach to the war in Ukraine certainly different from the Biden administration, but looking at that tense exchange, we saw J.D. Vance pushing Mr. Zelenskyy to be more thankful and grateful. Do you think this was a planned ambush? What caused these talks to escalate so quickly?
I think that it's unwillingness on the side of the Trump administration to sign, without any doubts, a very straightforward agreement providing some security guarantees for Ukraine, for whatever part is left from Ukraine, because part of the Ukraine is occupied by the Russian army, and that would actually secure the survival of Ukraine as a state, right? And also some support from Western powers of the government and of the political system of Ukraine. So now there is a problem that I think that because we see obviously the differences between the European position backing Ukraine and the United States American position seeking for a very immediate peaceful resolution of peaceful settlement of this conflict. And we see how Zelenskyy is desperate because he was flying to the United States to receive a very firm guarantee that Ukraine will be provided with security assistance and security, umbrella in case of future conflict or continuation of this conflict. And for doing this, he believed that probably this mineral deal with rare earth minerals would be a good justification for Donald Trump to explain his constituencies that America is doing the right thing by supporting Ukraine. So I think that this is interesting because Trump doesn't want to, continue this previous narrative that America is supporting Ukraine because Ukraine is a democratic country, so it's a free choice of the Ukrainian people. And now we see the situation that Trump is looking into some deal with Russia. But at the same time, he is very strong in terms of his point that we need to prevent World War III because there is a risk of nuclear escalation if America and the West, especially NATO, end up being on the ground and clash directly with the Russians.
Those security guarantees you mentioned, they're definitely a sticking point. Could we then see the U.S. abandon Ukraine?
I don't think so. It's very hard to imagine that the United States is abandoning Ukraine. It should be, but it should be it's unimaginable. The key point is that Donald Trump is trying to push more on Ukraine to actually start this negotiation process between the Ukrainian leadership and the Russian leadership. And I think that he has received some assurances on the Russian side that Russia is ready because Russia is absolutely interested in restoring a relationship with the United States. Russia's original narrative was based on the assumption that it was the West which actually initiated and triggered this war, provoked Russia. And that is what Donald Trump is actually voicing now, that yes, I kind of agree that the previous administration made a mistake by actually engaging Russia into this war, provoking Russia. And then as a result, America's biggest concern is the formation of the close relationship between Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. And that is what actually America has to deal with now. So this is a very important strategic calculation, but it doesn't mean that America will abandon Ukraine.